how do you go about in terms of raising more money for your deals? Because I know you've got quite a bit going on, but obviously you must need cash all the time.
Yeah.
And then you've got so many fantastic students who are probably asking you, how do we get more cash?
Yeah.
So what are your kind of secrets or tips or techniques for raising finance?
Cool. It's a great question. So, you know, when I got into the property world, doing it the right way, again, 6 years ago, I was in a position, I didn't have access to money, I just lost the business. I was in a bit of a dark place, you know, feeling sorry for myself. I knew I wanted to build a multi-million pound property portfolio, but I didn't have the funds to do it. And it's a really big block for a lot of people. However, there's more money in the world today than ever before. And one thing which you can do is use OPM, other people's money. Private funders, they're sitting on a lot of cash right now. Maybe they've got money in stock shares, ISAs that are underperforming, you know, money under the bed. So how do you go and access this money? Well, a couple of really important points. Number one, you've got to position yourself as the property guy or the property girl. Make sure you've got your branding on point, you know, your website, your social media platforms, and then really have a good deep understanding of how you can work with private funders. Are you going to do a savings accelerator loan agreement type product? Do you offer more of a joint venture, 50-50? They put in the money, you do the work. So really digging deep on the service you offer, the unique selling points, practice talking to investors. So you can do that with friends and family members, your partners, and then start putting yourself out there and going on the hunt. Social media, networking events, charity events, friends, family members. And really the aim of the game in terms of raising money is get yourself in a pitching situation. If you've got a great deal, if you've got a great service where you can help people make more money, then you're doing people a disservice if you're not talking about it. It's about having confidence, having balls of steel, and also embracing rejection, because not every private funder is going to want to work with you, but the more people you sit with, the more chance you have of getting the money.
So basically, anybody age over the 11 with a pulse, start talking to them about how you can get their money.
That's it.
And generally speaking, are you looking at the interest model, the JV model, or a bit of both?
Yeah, good question. So when I first started, my first ever private funder was Dave from Basildon.
Okay.
He was introduced to me from a good friend of mine called Will.
Okay.
I met him a couple of times at his social club in Basildon, and he was having his ham, egg and chips and his pint of Foster's. And I met him in a social club with like other, 60 other people that had sort of retired. And initially that was on a fixed rate return. It was only £5,000 at 10%, but it changed my complete mindset. My second investor, just a few weeks later, was an amazing lady who gave us £250,000, but that was on a 50-50 JV. So in the beginning of my journey as a property investor using other people's money, I typically did more 50-50s. Now, certainly for the last few years, we do more fixed rate return because we then get to own the asset 100%. We're not having to give away the equity, and we're also giving our customers a great return. Having said that, if I'm sitting with someone, because some private funders, they're not interested in 6, 8 or 10%, they're going to want an equity stake. I'm not going to say no to 50% of something is much better than 100% of that.